Okay, welcome back to Dublin Private Tour. My name is James. I'm going to talk about public transport in Dublin, so particularly those who are travelling here. So flip around. Some of you guys may decide to take the tram here in Dublin, particularly if you're staying outside Dublin city centre and you want to get to your hotel or you're staying outside the city. The tram line could connect you to there. The tram is called the Luas, L-U-A-S, Luas. It's Irish language for speed, which is really ironic because it doesn't move very fast. And just a couple of things about the Luas in itself. This Luas actually is parked here at the moment, so you can see Luas written there. Okay, they're pretty common. You can see there's a timetable here. It's no longer parked. There's no one coming in. Just telling you when the next Luas is coming in. But it's actually just gone. It's there. What's happening now? There's one due now, 1 in 2 minutes, 1 in 4 minutes. So you get in and you get off at each stop, and there's a couple of ways to pay for your tickets. Now, firstly, there's 2 different Luas lines. One Luas line connects suburbs all connecting to the city centre, but they also connect suburbs in, not that many in north side Dublin, which is heading that direction, but it will connect suburbs then to south side Dublin, which is going in the opposite direction across the River Liffey. And it comes through the city centre, so it really connects people who live in those suburbs or are staying in those suburbs to the city centre. We actually joke that's a posh Luas, because it's mostly southside Dublin, which is considered the more wealthy part of Dublin. That's heading in the opposite direction, and it will go for probably an hour from here in that direction. There is another Luas also that bisects this line here. It goes east to west, and that connects the port and the 3 Arena, where there's a lot of concerts that take place, which is probably the most, close to the most easterly part of Dublin, into the western suburbs. Okay, and that's maybe the not so posh Luas, but some of the western suburbs are considered to be a little bit rougher. I'm not going to get into that. But how do you pay for your tickets? Well, there's 2 choices. Every stop has a ticket station on each side. Okay, and they break down locations into zones. So when you come to stop at this, language choice there in the corner, imagine everybody's using English, it should be standard English, and you price standard tickets first. Okay, now you should know in advance which area you're going to, which stop that you're looking for. So you should see the stop written here. And when you see that stop, like for example me, I would be going to a place called Windy Arbour, zone green 2. I would press on Windy Arbour. Now I have a choice. I have a single or a child. I think child is only under the age of 12, and a return ticket. So if I'm thinking I'm just going to go there, I'll buy a single. If I'm going to return, obviously I'll return back to here. That return ticket can only be used in the same day. But let's say I'm just going to use a single ticket, but I want to get a single ticket for 3 different people. So I press adult 1. Add more tickets. If you're looking for more people, you press add more tickets. Now let's say it's 2 adults and 1 child. I press 2 adults, 1 child. Continue. It's telling me the price, €6.10. It's also telling me central to green 2, which is Windy Arbour's in green 2. Press continue. Okay, and then it says there, insert payment now or add more tickets. So your choice insert payment will be presenting your card there, or putting a note in this slot here, or putting coins through there. And then what happens after that, when you pay, you want to go back to your tickets will come out just below here. Okay, you need those
transaction
tickets.
cancelled.
Cancel because it's taking too long, but you get 3 tickets in a situation. I'm going to move away because people might want to use this. Your 3 tickets you need to keep hope, because the relevance of them are for an inspector coming on the tram. So once you get your ticket, you're welcome to walk on the tram. Now you need to know also which direction the tram is going, because this tram is only going in one direction. It's going further north. If you're going south, the tram stop is actually around the corner. Now that again is something you can ask people, but generally the 2 tram stops are side by side, just at this location. They just happen to be only the going north, going two opposite directions and not side by side. That's quite rare, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But you need your ticket in case the inspector comes on, and the inspector will then ask you for your ticket. And if you don't have the ticket when they ask, they will fine you. And they do follow up. Now you might get somebody, you can give them the old Irish story, as we call the Irish story, telling you're a tourist and I didn't realise, or I lost a ticket, etc. And sometimes it will work, but not work with everybody. The other option you do have to pay is to buy a Luas card. I'm going to show you what these guys look like. This is a Luas green card here. Now you can buy them in most convenience stores. To buy a card, you have to pay a deposit of €10. And then you got to put credit on the card. Usually put €10, 10 euro, but the card will give you cheaper journeys. So let's say, for example, a Luas journey, one single journey on average is somewhere around €2 or maybe $2.40 in cash. It will be something like €2 using the card. So the card is really used for people who use the Luas a lot, the tram a lot, and you can use it across all the different public transport options, including the bus, which we see here. It's also usable with a card, and you can also use the card on the train line, which is the Dart. That's the train line that feeds these suburbs on the coastline of north side and south side Dublin. That's all the suburbs on the coast. Okay. But the Leap card is not used for somebody just making a single journey or only making a couple of journeys in their time. If you are intending to use a lot of journeys between Luas, tram, or maybe using the bus or using the Dart, the train a lot, well, then you can buy like things in some convenience stores, newsagents, 72-hour tourist Luas. You need to ask there. That will cover so many journeys. Okay, you can find more information and everything on luas.ie. It will give you transport for all as well. If you look up transport for all, it should give you information on all the different connectivities and all the different options on the Leap cards that you can buy. But when you buy and pay for your Luas card, you don't get that money back. So that's why I don't think it's worth paying €10 for a card. If you're just buying it like my version of the card, it's not a tourist card, it's a normal use card. It's not really beneficial to somebody to buy a normal Luas card unless you're using a lot and you're going to be here for a while. But for a tourist, I think it's better off just buying the single journeys each time, because the Luas is very easy. You can buy them at each tram stop. Now, such a couple little quirky thing to finish on the Luas. It's going to move around from behind. You can see anyone behind. It's quite common. We're at a busy time of day. It's about 6 o'clock here in the evening, so generally quite busy. Lots of seats inside. You can see. I'm standing. You get really, when you get a few more stops into the Luas, this will actually probably head outside now. It gets busier as it goes along. So these are finishing up their last few stops. Some of them actually go to Parnell, which is actually just around the corner, and heads outside. Some go to Broome Bridge, which is a bit of a longer journey, but you don't need to worry about that. You can see it's not so busy in there at the moment. Summertime as well, so it's always quieter. Sometimes it can be very busy and you do have to stand to squeeze in, but it's a very reliable service every few minutes. But it does move very slowly. Luas is the Irish language for travel or speed. It's quite ironic because it doesn't move very fast. Now it does move a little faster than that, but not very fast. And in Dublin we love our rhyming, witty nicknames for monuments, so we do call the Luas, the tram, the snail on the rail. So to finish up, Luas tram, there's one line that goes north-south outside the city. There's one line that goes east-west outside the city, but they're both interconnect in the city, and they will interconnect to each other around O'Connell Street. You can pay tickets for the Luas tram at each tram stop. We've just showed you how to do that in this video. You can also buy a Leap card, the green card. You can either buy a tourist option, which is like so many journeys over 72 hours, and and you find information on that on their website, or you can get the cards in convenience stores, and we call them news agents. Convenience stores are called news agents here. Or separately, you can get a normal leap card for someone who's living here, and that will save your money on your journeys, but you need to top it up all the time. Oh, the other thing to say to you, when you're using your leap card, if you do use it, you do need to tap on and tap off each time you use it. So when you get on, before you get on the Luas, you tap it into a machine here. So you tap it up by the green, get the two green together. I'm not going to do it now because it's going to be a wasted journey for me. And when you're getting off, you got to do the same. Very important you do that. So when you use the leap card, whether it be a tourist 72-hour card, or whether it is actually a normal leap card like mine, like so, make sure you tap on and tap off each time you're getting on the Luas and you're getting off the Luas. Okay, that's your journey done. That's how they will know to take the price off the specific journey, because obviously if you went further right down to the last stop, it's a different price value to that journey to whether you just take 3 stops. So for more information, things like this, please feel free. Advice and tips of things to do in Dublin, also hidden history and unique things and quirky things and funny things in Dublin. I'm a tour guide, my name's James, but you can look up stuff on this YouTube channel we have, which is Dublin Private Tour. I specialise in private tours, small groups. Also you can feel free to like and comment on these things here, any questions that I haven't covered, because I'm sure there's lots of questions. When you're doing this off the cuff, you often forget 1 or 2 things. Feel free to comment on the video and I will answer those questions for you. Like, subscribe to our channel. There's a lot more of this stuff on Dublin Private Tour. If you want to email, contact me, feel free to do so. It's dublinprivatetour@gmail.com, and that particularly in relation to tours to do that we offer. And lastly, I will have really a website going live, which is highlighting all the tours that I offer. I've been doing tours now, walking tours in Dublin for 12 years, but I'm going into private tours now. So that tour website should be ready in about 10 days, around the 20th of July 2025, and that is dublinprivatetour.com. dublinprivatetour.com. So you learnt all about the Luas, the snail on the rail, Dublin's light rail system that has been in existence for some time, in around the turn of the millennium is when it came into place.